Hello, it is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving a midweek, mid-difficulty crossword, and I'll solve it normally, none of that nonsense from yesterday. Although thank you to those of you in the comments who were encouraging about my attempt yesterday, which was not, I would not say, entirely successful. In any case, this is a themed crossword with some shaded cells. We'll see what that's all about. And today's themed and shaded edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Lunar Society champion Orange Piku and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They, of course, sustain this channel. They keep it going day by day, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to them and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find bonus videos and the call for questions for this month's upcoming Q&A video. And for benefactors like those I've mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon at any level. I really do appreciate it. All right, we'll get on now to today's crossword by Victor Schmidt, a themed puzzle in which we'll find out what's going on with these shaded cells. Victor Schmidt has constructed a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. Let's start solving. Right, interesting grid. Tycoon. A mogul, maybe? Someone who operates big enterprises. Change seeker. Not sure. Shape-shifting organism. Like some oats. Maybe this isn't mogul. No, I don't think it is. Because I want like some oats to be rolled oats, and I want blank quit to be or I quit. So tycoon. What is it? Sat blank, GPS to Brit, sat nav. Is what people tend to call GPS here in the UK. So how can I'm sure this is very obvious. Why can I not see what it is? A baron, yes. You could refer to a kind of, in the sort of Gilded Age, a railway baron or something like that, or an oil baron, or maybe these days a tech baron. Okay, so moody hip-hop subgenre, emo rap, I guess, probably. Itself, I guess, a subgenre of the official rock subgenre of the New York Times crossword emo. Change seeker, I don't know. Switch to a news person on the scene, say. We're going to go live to this news person. I remember always finding this confusing when I was young, because they would say, we're going to go live to a person on the scene. And I would say, well, I wouldn't say, but I would think in my mind, but what do you mean go live? You must already be live. If you're going to someone who's live, you yourself must also be live. You couldn't go from you not being live to them being live and have that be the same news feed. Anyway, I do understand what they I now, as an adult, understand what they mean. They're just emphasizing the fact that they've got someone present on the scene. But it is true that they're both live. Anyway, change seeker. Why do I not see what this is? Oh, I see. It's a beggar. It's someone who's seeking change in the sense of coins. Seeking money. Okay. So hair goop is gel. Only U.S. Pres born in Kentucky. Must be, yeah, Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky. I think I did know that, actually. So Abe there. And then a shape-shifting organism is an amoeba. Okay, great. Square root is that a radical? I don't remember my mathematics terms well enough. Tats up. No, it's not. What is this? Is tats up adds up? No. Inks. Sorry. The tots up would be adds up. If you totted things up, you added them up. But if you tat yourself up, you ink yourself up. There we go. Okay, so no lie. Well, sorry, what's going on with this? What is going on in here? Aramoroli. Amarol. Oh. No, I don't know. Um, I don't know. What's going on in these shaded cells? I can't really tell. Okay, well, hopefully we'll figure it out soon enough. Scabbers to Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter books. No idea. Scabbers. It doesn't mean like scabs, like people who break a union, like a picket line, does it? I have no idea what that is. Marijuana component for short. THC. Sorry, I was trying to think of the initialism there. Is that yeah? Because hip hop's run DMC, the kind of pioneering hip hop group, and then electronic setting on a floor model demo mode. You might have a TV or a fan or something in demo mode. No, I guess not a fan. Fan would just be on. Perishable bit of apparel would be of apparel, and it's perishable. Can't think what that would be offhand. Dutch beer, Amstel, and we've got beer spelled in Dutch there. But Amstel is a Dutch beer, I'm pretty sure anyway. Famously friendly, I mean, it must be actually. Why would it be called that? Famously friendly pooch per the American Kennel Club. Famously friendly. Is that it must be a breed. I don't know, though. Common sushi go with? I'm not sure. Expel with jeers. Boot out or something, but it'll obviously be much longer. I'm not sure. Maybe boo, something boo. More than one would like. Too much? No, it's not long enough. Collegiate domain. Edu, right. A top level domain for websites of universities, .edu. So is this as in yes or as in no? The way it's spelled looks to me like as in yes or yep, maybe in a more casual way, which might match the, let's see, common sushi go with. Oh, miso soup. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, mystery author Josephine. I'm not sure. This looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know this author personally. I think I've seen the name, but that's about it. I can't think if it's Day or Ray. More than one would like. Is it too much? Josephine Tay seems slightly less likely to me. Expel with jeers. Yeah, it still could be boo or boot. Like many a coffee order. Tray? You order a tray of coffees? Not sure. And I still have no idea what's going on with these shaded squares, these 3x3 squares. Just don't know. Flavoring in some fast food for short. MSG, monosodium glutamate. Like many a oh, I see. It's a to-go order of coffee. Okay, what's... Oh, no. I was going to say it's sort of a kind of tic-tac-toe. We've got 3 O's in a line, and now we've got O's over here. That must be significant. Oh. Are they like halves of dominoes? This would be the orientation of 3 pips on a half of a domino. This would be the sort of disposition of 6 pips on a half of a domino. The New York Times has a new game that uses dominoes. That must not be coincidental. So these are all going to have patterns of O's in them. So that's 3, that's 6. So there will be others. January and November have the most federal ones, holidays. Right, okay, so this, maybe you'll have 2. I'll have 1 here because we've already had 3. I bet we're not going to double them up. And then the fact that we have no more down here means we can't have any symmetrically, we couldn't have 1 here, say, because then we'd have to have 1 here just because they're always oriented rotationally symmetrically. So there'll be an O here. And we won't have 1 in the middle, like I say, because we've already had 3. So Custom and Japanese food service. No tips. I mean, that's true in lots of places, to be honest. Square root. Is it a radical? I thought so. Okay. No lie. Scabbers to run. Oh, is that the name of his pet cat, perhaps? That would fit. Or maybe, I guess it could be pet rat. In theory, pet cat seems more likely. Letters for a sellout. No, it is pet rat. It is pet rat. Okay. Because letters for a sellout this is a classic bit of crosswordese. SRO, standing room only, for ticket sales. Okay, so no lie. I don't know. Brief verse from Japan, haiku. Oh, right, yeah, and this is a haiku, at least in the sort of classic 575 form. So, brief verse from Japan with 17 syllables, illustrated here. Nice, a nice kind of self-descriptive clue. Okay, material and some eco-friendly clothing. Hemp. Liberal Arts College in Michigan. Not sure. Remark accompanied by a face palm. Don't know. Freddy Krueger's locale. Abbreviation. Elm Street, because the first film featuring Freddy Krueger is called A Nightmare on Elm Street, or just Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, no lie. Scout's honor, right? It's a thing you might say to claim your veracity. Okay, so this will be 4, right? Because, like I say, the domino pips are radially symmetrical, so they have to mirror each other, and then the only other pattern we can have in here would be 2 more for a 6, but we've already got a 6, so there we go. Distinctive feature of the durian fruit is its odor, famously, very smelly. Benedictine's title, Dawn, is it Dawn or Dom? I think it would be Dawn. Dom would be Portuguese. So, yeah, Benedictine title. So Benedictine monk might be, Don, Julio or something. I don't know. Okay, remark accompanied by a face palm. I'm an idiot. No, I'm a moron. There we go. Same idea. Okay. And then first receptionist on The Office, Pam, right, from the U.S. office. And then liberal arts college in Michigan. I don't know. I just don't recognize it. UFC fighting style. Oh, right. That's MMA, mixed martial arts. So Alma. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I recognize it still. Mole, e.g., would be a spy, like a double agent. Sameness would be... Don't know. Delivers as a baby. If one has a baby, one delivers a baby. Sameness is... I don't know. Frenemy of Betty in comics. Oh, Veronica? I know these names. They're from Archie. Didn't actually know they were frenemies, but I don't think I've ever actually read an Archie comic, but there we go. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So sameness is parity. I see literally the same. It has parity. Air Force Two passengers in brief. VP. So Air Force Two carries the Vice President of the United States. Fearless or 1989 for Taylor Swift. Oh, era, because she's got this whole eras thing. I don't quite know what that means. I would have assumed these were albums, but whatever. I think that's probably right, and I'm just not 100% certain what the implication is. San Marino, there we go, small country, and then boosted is promote. Oh, it was Dom. Oh, it was Dom for the Benedictine. Look at that. Okay, I think that would make this particular Benedictine monk Portuguese. Do Benedictines always use Dom for some reason, or is that just... I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, they're both valid. Boosted would be promoted. Middling grade would be a C, like in school. Patty melt bread would be rye. You can have a patty melt on rye bread. And then it's all the rage is a fad. The Big Apple's blank drive. Oh, FDR drive. And the street, and then adjusted the rank in New York, and then adjusted the rankings of as a tournament. Reseeded. Yeah, there we go. Before poetically would be air. Oh, so this must be 1, because now that we've covered all of the edges, we can't have any, due to symmetry, we can't have any pips anywhere else. So there we go. We've got 1 in the middle, and that's it. Actor Lamorne of Fox's New Girl. Not sure. This is almost done. Item seen rolling through this pub. Right, okay, it's a die. It's not dominoes. But the reason I had dominoes in my mind is because the New York Times does have a new game featuring dominoes. But of course, the much more obvious thing would be dice. So I should have thought of that immediately. But now I thought of the connection to pips. What every O, well, but this bit at least I had, what every O in this grid represents, it represents a pip. And evolutionary missing link would be an ape man. So I'll maybe after this I'll do a recording of the new Pips game. I think it's called Pips. I'll do a recording maybe of that. It's not a word game, so it doesn't quite fit the theme of this channel generally, but it is a brand new game on the New York Times, so maybe I will give it a solve. Expel with jeers. Oh, this looks odd, doesn't it? Boo, out. Huh. Perishable bit of apparel. Oh, a lei, a flower garland. So it's perishable because they're plants. Famously friendly pooch per the a lab. Yeah, a Labrador. Whistleblower is a ref, literally. Oh, boo off stage. There we go. Finally. So 2003 Will Ferrell film Elf. There we go. Somehow never seen that. Went letter by letter to Brits. So yeah, spelt. So the British English spelling of spelled, or spelling and pronunciation of spelled, spelt. Okay, fixes as a piano would be tunes a piano. I guess only fixes within reason. I mean, if the piano is actually broken, tuner might be not sufficient. The Ramones genre would be punk rock. And a slobbery smooch is a dog kiss. There we go, maybe from our lab. More than one would like. Too right, okay. Too often. So it's happening more than you'd like. So this was Josephine Tay, so I simply don't recognize that name as it turns out. I had something come up, maybe. A little lie. Michigan's Isle Royale National Park? I actually don't know. Organization that prohibits magic 8-balls and baseball bats. Oh, the TSA? Do they? Magic 8-ball? Oh, because it's full of liquid. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I guess that makes sense in a literal sort of way. Cave dwellers are bats. So what's this one going to be, by the way? So we've got 3, 6, 2, 1, and 5. So we need 4. So this will be a 4, I think. Domino half or die. Let's see if that holds up. Start of many emoticons. Yes, a colon. So an emoticon, like a little text smiley face with colons for eyes. Musician Yoko, the official female solo artist of the New York Times crossword, Yoko Ono. Classic Asimov collection. I, Robot is a collection of science fiction short stories by Isaac Asimov. Gas brand that sponsors NASCAR. I think Sunoco is a brand, so perhaps they're a common NASCAR sponsor. And then writer Allende Isabel. So 5 Nations Tribe, the Seneca. Does that work with this? Actor Lamorne of Fox's New Girl Morris. That looks right. Leading to center or room. Rec center, rec room. That looks right. T-Rex fossil named after its discoverer. Oh, Sue. Yeah, there's a famous Tyrannosaurus Rex fossil named Sue. Wheat-based meat alternative. Oh, Seitan. And then Singer DeFranco, Annie DeFranco. Yep, that's correct. So, there we go. Okay, I think that was a reasonably approachable Wednesday puzzle. Let me know if you agree with that. Don't think I ever really got held up particularly in this one. It was certainly a smoother solve than yesterday, thanks to how I chose to solve yesterday's. And we've got our die full of pips. Well, our dice, I suppose, full of pips. So, right. So the way that they square the fact that we've got several dice but only one die clued here is that it's a single die that is rolling through the puzzle, rolling through every one of its 6 configurations of pips. Very good. Yeah, nice. And a nice sort of so when I started realizing what this was, obviously the first thing that came to mind for me was halves of dominoes, because of the new puzzle, and I then assumed, oh well, it'll probably have some kind of explicit tie-in. Turns out it didn't really. I mean, it obviously is intentional, and it's clearly referencing that game, but not through any actually direct sort of crossover or advertising. It's just a little nod to another game they've got going on, which I think is a nicer way to do it. So there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. Let me know how you fared with this one in the comments below the video or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. And I will go and solve the Pips game today, I think, as well as obviously the other word games I already solve each day. So look out for that if you're curious. And do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, for the Thursday edition of the puzzle, when the theme might get a bit more complex. So join me for that and find out if it does. That'll be tomorrow. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.